very good morning and welcome to the final event following the inaugural week of ASME, American Society of Mechanical Engineers student chapter in Christ College of Engineering. So, myself, I'm Joseph Sam. And before beginning, let us have a short silent prayer. And I request every one of you to remain silent for a moment. Thank you, everyone. And now, let me take the pleasure to welcome each and every one of you to this wonderful session. First of all, as we all know, today we are having a wonderful and interesting topic, an interesting talk on the topic current trends and opportunities in ship technology. And for that, we're having such an apt personality. He's none other than Captain S T Sreedharan, sir, the Director of College of Ship Technology, Norwegian German. And so, first of all, on behalf of the entire ASME student chapter and the college management, I welcome you, sir, to this wonderful event. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Now, in a word, let me welcome our Executive Director, Father John Palekara, CMI, as well as our Joint Director, Father Joy Payapalli, CMI, our Principal, Dr. Sajeev John, sir, Vice Principal, Dr. V.D. John, sir, the Mechanical Engineering HOD, Mr. Sijo MT, sir, as well as the ASME Faculty Advisor, Dr. Vishnath Kaimal, sir, all the staff members, all the ASME members, entire students of the college, and all those who are listening to us this wonderful session. So, hearty welcome everyone to this event. Yes, by this, I think I'm almost done with my role. And let me hand over the platform to our chief guest, Mr. Captain Sreedharan S T, sir. As I said, we are having a wonderful talk on an interesting topic, current trends and opportunities in ship technology. So by this, I am handing over the platform to our chief guest. So over to you, sir.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank you for that kind words and introductions. I'm Captain Sreedharan, a captain in the Merchant Navy. I was sailing in the ships, mainly oil tankers and chemical tankers. That was my specialization. So about 31 years I was sailing. Now I'm on a break. I do some training and specialized skill development programs. And I'd like to introduce you to what is happening in our field. You know, young marine engineers, mechanical engineers like you should know what are the different opportunities, what is ahead of us, and you can make a choice for your career. So my experience field of work is ship and ship industry. Okay. Anyway, I know all of us are fascinated about the ships and a career in the shipping industry, definitely. But it is always that we don't know much about this industry. I don't know, especially we from Kerala. We don't know much about this industry. If you have, even though we have one good shipyard in Cochin and a long coastal line, a lot of coastal activities, and a lot of our mariners are working on the ships. But unfortunately, I don't know, we are not getting enough introduction to know about that industry. So that is what I'll try to do now, to introduce you that opportunities, that industry to you. Okay. Basically, if you look at into the industry, there are two parts of it. One, we call it as the sailing job, that is called the shipping industry, because it's the one with the related with the cargo. So let me try to do some presentation, whether we can see it now. Should be. Can you see that presentation there?
Yes, sir. It has come. It's clear.
Okay. So basically, Two things are there. One is marine transportation. This is what actually we know. All of us know about the ship or shipping industry. What we know is about the jobs. What is there on a ship? You go as an engineer or a navigating officer on a ship, and then okay, there are some other cadres of jobs also. This is what we normally know about the ship and the jobs available. But there is also another huge industry which is outside this marine transportation. This is called the shipbuilding and repair industry, which is very, very vast. Both of them are international jobs and offer quite a lot of opportunities. And let us try to understand a little bit more about this. The first one is the marine transportation. This is what is called as the sailing job. Okay, but basically we call it as merchant navy, and definitely the mechanical engineers, you have an opportunity to go as a marine engineers. You have to do after a BTech mechanical, you have to do a 1-year course called, it is called the GME course, Graduate Marine Engineers course. Approved, it has to be approved by the Director General of Shipping. So after completing that job, you have an opportunity to go to the ship. So that is one opportunity what you have. Yes, we are all attracted to that industry just only because of the good salary. So, the salaries are good, but we also need to understand that nothing comes free in this world. So the work is tough. Definitely, long periods of isolation, safety issues, away from near and dear. Basically, these jobs are all contractual jobs. So you will get a contract for 6 months or 8 months. In the junior level, which is about 6 to 8 months now. When you are there in the senior positions, chief engineer or first assistants, you will get a 4 to 5 months contract. So being in that contractual job, many times you may feel job uncertainties are there. It's not very, very steady job. And also, if you want to be in a long career, there are 3 examinations which we need to write in the Government of India GO examination. They are tough. To pass this thing, but okay, fine. Everybody, ultimately pass through it. But examination is tough, and you need to pass the examination to get into the next promotion levels and career progress. So these are okay. Definitely now, one difficulty we still sail on the ships. We really have the difficulties are. Then the young fellows, a lot of young fellows comes. The data is the problem. Internet is through the satellite, so not as the services what we have your land phone this thing you don't have that much of data access and all those things. So these are all the disadvantages of that career, but definitely the salary is good. And if you can get into an aspect to go into the merchant navy, then you need to look at the GME, that Graduate Marine Engineers course. Course is it's a bit costly. I think 6 to 7 lakhs minimum you require for that 1-year course, and you have to be a little bit planning for that the job prospects, because course is one thing, but the market is not very, very conducive. There is a little bit of negative trends. So immediate placements may not happen. You may have to wait for a couple of months, and a little bit of waiting period may be there. So this is what is happening with marine transportation. The other part, what I would like to know a bit, because definitely this is one area which is coming up too much. The shipbuilding and repair industry, a shore-based one, which is actually as offering as our merchant navy jobs, is something which is really coming up new, a lot of opportunities, and we really don't know nothing about this field which is coming up. It was there all the time. It was not that it was not there, but I know somehow we Malayalis or Keralis were never into that part, into that. Now, the merchant navy, this shipbuilding industry is also a very vast global industry. It employs a large number of workforce in that industry. Be it in Japan, Korea, and then we have a lot of work in the Europe and Malta and the southern Mediterranean Sea, and even in India, there is a lot of job and lot of opportunities are there in that shipbuilding industry. So basically, we don't directly see those opportunities, but yes, many of our mates, friends, young fellows are going into Gulf countries opportunities. A lot of opportunities now. Malaysia and Singapore also. Singapore is very famous for the repair jobs. Malaysia is equally good, and Gulf, we have both production and repair works happening in Gulf. So a lot of opportunities are there in this shipbuilding and repair industry. So I like to touch a bit more detail on this one, because there are more opportunities coming and with a lot of added advantages with that. Shipbuilding industry is one of the oldest industries of the human civilization. We call it the second oldest industries. So you will be, all of you know about we deal with the BTech students. They all know about the bank jobs and IT jobs, computer jobs, and Infosys and Tata and all those things. But they really don't know nothing much about the core engineering jobs what we really have. I mentioned it as the second oldest one. Do you know what is the first? The foremost oldest industries of the human civilization? Any idea? Anybody? Huh? No idea. Think about it. So basically, our shipbuilding is a manufacturing industry. Definitely coming from a mechanical background, we look into the core industry. As an engineer, that is why we come into a mechanical engineering background. Which are the core engineering subject. Anywhere in the world you have jobs, opportunities, career progression. Definitely there is a lot of opportunities for a mechanical engineer. And shipbuilding is a mother industry. We call it one of the biggest industries happening. Something like an aircraft industry. You can call it Boeing or Airbus industries what we have. Similarly, the shipbuilding industry is also much bigger than that, and we call it as a mother industry. I'll touch upon this one a little bit after a few slides. Basically, what happens in an aircraft industry is that, yes, that is equally, big projects. 500 crores and above is, for a ship and for an aircraft which goes. And what happens in an aircraft industry is, it is totally automated. You will see that about 60-70% of the thing is very, very much robotic and automated systems, and the presence of labor is much less. This is something like your auto industry. You like your car or automobiles industry. What is happening? It is one of the biggest industries in India. If you look at it, the automobile industry is very big, but the job opportunities are comparatively very low. Why? Because 80% of the jobs have been automized. It is just an assembly or knockdown kits is being joined together and assembled, and the production is completed. Human intervention, human resources, labor, availability in these industries are reducing. More and more it is reducing. But whereas shipbuilding industry is not that much automated, nor it is unlikely to be automated because the projects are totally different. Whereas in an automobile industry, you keep on manufacturing the same, maybe 1 lakh pieces, 5 lakh pieces, you keep manufacturing the same thing. Whereas in a ship, we have, we produce a ship and maybe 2 ships or 3 ships of ditto size, and then there is a product design change. So that kind of, automation is not possible. That is why we have more and more labor-intensive, work in a shipbuilding industry, which give us more opportunities. As workers, project managers, project leaders, we get a lot of work in the shipbuilding industry. I told that this is one of the oldest civilization, and we need to know a little bit, why we still don't know about what is a shipbuilding industry. So it is 6,000 to 5,000 years back, Egyptians, then the Indus Valley civilizations. The hull boat came, fishing boats came, sailing came, steam, and later let me say steamships and sailing ships came about 100 and 150 years back. So it's one of the very oldest industry what was happening in the human civilization. 3000 BC to 1850, 1850 is first industrial revolution is coming up. Till that time, India was a pioneering shipbuilding industry. Remember that we were, one of the strongest shipbuilding industry in the whole world. The Mauryas, Guptas, Cholas, Pandyas, they were all, masters of shipbuilding. Only one thing is that what we were building at that time was wooden ships or sailing ships. What happened after 1850 was the industrialization came. The steel came, the production changed from the from the wooden hull and the other the sail. It went into the steel and steam and automobiles, diesel engines, and the new technologies came into that one. That is how we really lost into that the industry of shipbuilding. That is how the other industry, other nations like Japan, Europe, America, they become more pioneer when that technological change come. Industrial revolution never came to India because we were under the the British Empire at that time. So they don't want India to economically come up. They were actually destroying many shipbuilding activities what we have. This is all what we had. 2700 BC, the Egyptian ones. This is 14,000 BC, 1400 BC. This is from the Indus Valley revelation. We call it a hull shape. This is from the primitive one. This is a much major change, major advancement. But this is how the industry came up. Now, if you look at the present stage of industry, we have a lot of types of vessels. We call it in the propulsion mode we have wind, steam, motor, electrical, gas, water jet, and even nuclear powered ships are there. So a lot of types of propulsion is there. The hull also, displacement and non-displacement craft, there are two different ones. Normally bigger ships are all displacement one. The smaller one is what we have as non-displacement. Material wise, wood, steel, aluminum, fiberglass. We will see a lot of new technology is coming up in the material one, definitely to improve the productivity. Commercial, defense shipping, fishing, and many other type of special ships. In the cargo side section itself, we have a large types of tankers, containers, gas carriers, bulk carriers, ro-ro ships, passenger ships, etc. Just to introduce you what are ships actually. There are all different type of ships. Defense ships, you can see a bulk carrier, a tanker, a supply vessel. It's more a bit more technically advanced ones are coming up. These are all engineering wonders. These are called rigs and offshore offshore vessels, cable line vessels. They are special purpose vehicles, what we call. So a lot of technological advanced ships are also for special purposes, mainly in the offshore field, oil field, oil extraction field, etc. There are really a lot of innovations, a lot of technological advancements really happen in this world, in this especially in this offshore field. So from that we can see that the shipbuilding is a very specialized industry. I know technologically India is a little bit behind in that one, but Europe has really come up, Japan has come up, America is doing a lot of technological advancements, innovations in the defense ship manufacturing industry. So this is an industry which is really doing a lot of in technology wise. Latest technologies, many of the things they come into the ships. So only thing what we have, the problem is that what we lack in this one is the training, proper basics and fundamental training is lacking very much in this field. So normally what happens is that people join the field, then they take 4 or 5 years to understand what is happening, what is construction, what is building, what is designing, how to design ships, and how the designs are put into construction, etc. So this is one area which is not only India, every country they lack this proper training. Now earlier what was happening is that the shipyards or the shipbuilding companies, they used to induct the people and then they used to train them for a couple of years, then put them into the work, etc. But now, now the things are fast paced, and you will see not only in shipbuilding industry, any industry you go, you will see that they want trained, they want skilled persons. They want persons with the knowledge in that specialized field. This is even after BTech, anything mechanical. If you go to any industry, this is one issue. When you go into the IT industry, he is looking at or putting some questions from you to know what you know more than your BTech into that specialized industry. That is what they are interested. Your attitude toward that industry and your interest into that one is that what they really test for. So this need a little bit of extra. What the employer does not really want to invest into your training now. This is one core change what is happening. Not only in shipbuilding, any industry this is happening. They don't want to invest into your training. They will say you that you do some training somewhere outside and then come back and then we will put up in you. So this is really happening, and because it is fast pacing. This is the pace of the operations, the pace of the industry has changed. So like before, when they had enough time to do the training, skill development, monitoring, etc. Now they don't have it, because they want they have a project in hand. They want 6 or 8 months. They put the people right inside, the skilled fellows. They go and complete it. So that is the way the industry, every industry is working. So you have to look at where is your attitude. You look at the various options what is in front of you. Look in definitely being a mechanical engineer and everything. You see the core industry is something which really will help you to build a good career throughout your to your life. There are vast opportunities. There is no dearth of opportunities or employment opportunities which is coming up. Only thing you have to you have to choose from your basic attitudes and what is your liking. Slight difference will be there from industry to industry. IT industry, yes, definitely a white collar job, sitting in your AC room and everything. But it has its own thing until and unless you are fully updated every year. You are not updated to the latest changes what is happening in software. Then you have core industry have little bit blue collar job, but it's a core industry. The skill is the most important. That is attitude and skill. The readiness to work is which is very different, very essential here. But if you come into your core subject, core industry like that, what is there is a lot of job satisfaction. What is really coming up. You are managing projects. You'll be a team leader for many of the panels. These things, and you are doing some kind of a designing and a construction in using one of the most changing advanced technologies. So there is a lot of job satisfaction which is coming along with. Definitely, the money is also good now. It is as I told, the salaries are really good up. The project managers and everything, they really command good jobs, good salaries too. So that is really come up. It's not like I can really a manager with 4 or 5 years of experience and everything really command 3 to 4 lakhs in even in India. They really command good salaries. So why is the shipbuilding industry, ship repair industry is coming up really good? Means it's what we call it as a mother industry, or a business center. So now you understood, what is a shipping industry. Basically, there is 2 fellows. One is the ship owner, or he who want to buy a ship for his commercial operations. Basically, cargo transportation across the oceans. So he makes an investment, let us say 500 crores. And he take up a yard, and the yard is building it. So basically what happens is that this 500 crores, he put it into the yard, and yard is the fellow who is building for the owner, the ship. Now for 500 crores, what is coming up, 60% of the cost goes into the material and 40% into the human resources. Remember, shipbuilding industry is one of the big, in the industry which is have most labor intensive jobs. So there is a lot of opportunities which is coming up. So what happens to this 500 crores? Definitely 200 crores goes into the HR, and the cost of material and other goes to 300 crores. Now this 300 crores goes into the various other tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 industries. Like equipment manufacturers, capital manufacturers, MSMEs, small clusters are, who is building small outfits and everything, vendors, subcontractors, mining, because, out of the 300 crores, at least 100 crores goes into the steel, because the ships are made with the steel and, welding and fabrication, etc. So a lot of ancillary services, energy requirement, financial services. So all of them are coming into one place called the shipbuilding industry. Hence, we call it as a business center or a mother industry. Don't think that shipbuilding is only at the yard which is happening. Shipyard is only an assembly point. The ship is not actually built in a yard. It is only assembled in a yard. It is the big ships are 215 meter long, 32 meters wide, 15 meters depth, and everything. Many things have been built at many places, and we come and they bring together into the shipyard or into the place of the building site, and we assembled them. So this is like a big business center, and the money which is coming is a big boost to the national GDP. Basically, in the economical activity, and it's one of the biggest economical activity, because it has a capacity to roll a lot of money. This is how we call it an economical boost, because this 500 crores comes into an industry, which that industry is putting into 100 or maybe 500 other ancillary activities it is going to put it up. So each and every vendors, MSMEs, capital manufacturers, a lot of maybe even equal for maybe 5 lakhs of jobs are creating through a single ship construction activity. So that is why we call it as a mother industry. Yes, definitely. Why we are interested in in a shipbuilding industry is because of we are looking at whether we can have some involvement. Because we are looking for a job and a good career for our life. This is our whether our salaries will be good and we'll have some job guarantees and good job satisfaction, working environment. This is what we really look into going any kind of industry. What is the output or what is the outlook of that industry? This is something we really look at it. But that's why why we trust an industry like a shipping industry. There has been cycling because going up and down. But if you look at it, cargo and cargo transportation is very, very essential to the human civilization. Cargo has to move across the oceans. Last 4,000 years, the shipping industry is there. It is not going to die, because the globe is actually sustaining on that transport by the ships. So if the cargo or the energy has to be moved across the ships, we need ships, and we build the ships. Okay. So what we employ, if you look at it, there is a diverse categories of human resources we require. From the helpers or unskilled job, skilled to the skilled. We employ over to the highest levels. We employ a lot of workforce into the shipbuilding, like school pass out, ITI, VHSC, diploma, graduates, postgraduates, doctors, research fellows, because they to the higher end in the designing. And if you're looking at the steel industry and the innovations they are trying to put it up into this kind of the building material, technical determinants. So it is going to the highest levels, and it's not only the steel or the fabrication or the fitting, but the electrical, electronics, automation, the controls and other things what is coming into that industry is very, very huge. So we need a lot of skilled persons, engineers, technical engineers, management specialists in MBAs and other things, because all those need team managers and team leaders, etc. IT specialists, because a lot of things are in ERP platform nowadays. Financial fellows, commercial persons. In India itself, we employ more than 25 lakhs persons in this industry. As you look at it, you will not see that industry. You will not really see that the depth or the width of that industry. But that industry is the core of our nation. The Making India, the Atmanirbhar, I know these two, you really know what is happening with the new government policies, etc. And there is one more called the Sagarmala. This is happening for 4 years. These are the big dream projects which is in action by the government. there have been a lot of support which is coming up into the shipbuilding industry, and a lot of policy changes initiative has been put into. More than 2 lakhs crores rupees has been put into these projects, and there is a vast infrastructural improvement and building and construction activities which is coming up. I don't know, you are really following up this area. You may not be, at least try to look at what are the options coming up. Cochin Shipyard is investing huge amount into the infrastructure development. We have one close to Mangalore, we call it a Tepma Shipyard, and one is more coming up in Andaman. Many of them are controlled by the Cochin Shipyard. So a lot of thrust, a lot of improvement is coming into into this field in India. And as I told, in the worldwide activities also, a lot of energy is there into the shipbuilding. Little bit it is a cyclic in nature. In a couple of years, you will see a lot of activities. 1 or 2 years when there is economically, when there is some downturn, then you will see the activities are a little bit lower side. But if you look at it on a steady wise, you will see what happens in last 50 years or 20 years. If you look at it, shipbuilding industry is tremendously growing. Now let us look at what it is actually offering us. We look at your career. What is that career? It is an international job. It's not necessary. A lot of our youngsters they start their career in the Gulf, and subsequently shifting into about better job opportunities coming into Singapore, Malaysia, a lot of European countries. Now we do a lot opportunities we have in Korea and Japan, because Korea and Japan is very pioneers in the shipbuilding industry, and they really have a lot of trouble in the workforce. They don't have enough managerial level workforce with them, and so we get a lot of opportunities with excellent salaries. So this is one good opportunities is coming up. To go into that field, what we should know, as I told, to go into any industries. There are two things. You need to update your skills, your knowledge into that industry. If you look at it, this is specialization. In any field you go, things have changed. It is not like in the old times. Now it is all specialization. You are going into a special industry, a special sector of it. They expect you to know that everything, what you are supposed to know. They are expecting you that you learn, you have skills on all of them, and then you are coming into the industry. The advantage is that you can move fast. In the career, the growth is quite fast. Maybe after 10 years or something, you are head of the company or a yard, and that is the advantage what we have. Earlier, after 30 or 35 years, you become the head of a yard or a project manager or team leader or a CEO or a MD. Here, within 7 to 10 years, you are able to reach into that top level. So that is one advantage, having those skills with you. Basically, you should know about the ship design, ship building and repairs. This is a special activity. The ship construction, little bit of naval architecture, not the entire, but what you should have some the basics, fundamental principles there. The marine, main and auxiliary machineries, their installation, testing, commissioning. Marine electrical and electronics and automation. You should have a basic understanding about what and how they are being applied into the shipping industry. Then the dry docking. The dry docking is a repair activity where the ship is put into the blocks and dried, and a lot of repair works are done. Ship design and ERP softwares. Now Aveva, Tribone, and CAD, and there are many specialized softwares which the industry is using. You should have a little bit of knowledge, fundamental knowledge about these kind of things. Better if you have these things, then you'll be a strong foot into the industry. So then as you grow up into that career, there are more to learn, more skill to be developed. Now marine robotics, marine automation, mechatronics, these are all there are short courses which is available to improve your skills. You look at how and which way the career is progressing. Accordingly, you can improve in quality or in some production, or if in a management level or in the software. You see which way your career is developing. So many added short-term skill development courses are really available, which will help you to progress faster in that career and get up into a very strong position as early as possible. So these are really the things that you will better to have a good knowledge about it. Basically, the regulations, maritime regulations are quite vast because of the shipping industry is international, and we built the ships and do the repairs and everything to international standards. So this is a very, very vast subject. You should have a brief idea about what are the regulations which is controlling the ship's manufacturing and construction, etc. Design and construction. This is also a very unique field. How the ship, the designing and then the construction wise, how it is proceeding. There are innovative production technologies which is coming into the shipping industry, and you will be placed in one of them, and you should know what should I know about it. Then the basic principles of naval architecture and materials, marine materials and welding technology. Ships are basically steel or aluminum and everything, or FRP. FRP is only for small ships. But the welding, fabrication and welding is the technology what we use it. Even the welding has also gone a very, very high standards. Automated welding, fusing, many technological advancements are coming into that. Then the auxiliary machines and the ship business and management is another thing you should know. I know you have done your BTech mechanical. You have done some basic managements and production technologies and production. Little bit know how these things are. What we look into is how your basic BTech mechanical, the basics what they study, how you are going to apply into an industry. Because depending upon which industry you are going, the basics will be same, but the way it is being applied into that specialized industry is something you should know. So the business and management application and the production controlling of the production activities and the efficiency improvement and the leadership qualities, how to apply into what are the various factors of these are something which really will help you. Then internal and external outfitting, then ship repair, launching, the FPSO, DD. These are specialized construction processes. And marine jet machineries, and we have HVAC, something what you have learned, yes, but it is really being in the marine systems. When you come into a marine systems, how does the HVAC really works there? So these are the things which will help you to get a good start, a good kick into that industry. The employment, what you will have opportunities you'll have is basically in offshore fields or shipyards. Offshore field is a little bit tough, but the salary levels are higher. Shipyards are good, steady, means steady jobs and not that kind of a safety problems and everything. Marine related industries, plenty, large number of marine industries, oil, gas, port, harbors, equipment manufacturing and services, testing, quality, and a lot of opportunities are there in India or abroad. This program will have huge opportunities which is coming up, which is as I told, India itself is offering now. Even at some point of time you have additional experience and everything, you can definitely look for Singapore or Korea, Malaysia, Japan, Germany, East West European countries are much more technological advancement. We have passenger ship buildings and a new kind of technological high complex ships, we call it. Really designed and built in the Western European countries. So it's a good opportunities to study and how do you start this career in the career growth and everything? You will be generally start as an engineer or at the junior engineer levels, first 6 months or something, and then you can subsequently step by step you can maybe you go work their project. You remember this is are all various project. It's not going to be a steady job every day you are going to work the same thing. No, these are various projects, different works, and each project will be unique. And there is something, if you really have a big good engineering fundamentals and enthusiasm with you, definitely this is something which will put you into that industry much energetic and enthusiastic throughout your career, because each and every project is different. The work what we are going to do is different. The team which you will be working will be different, or if you don't like it, you change the company. There are much better opportunities and much better projects and other things which is involved. So this is all how you build up your own career, your own future. Also, as I told, there are options for higher studies and specialization programs which we can do it later in your career. Initially, 3-4 years, and then you look for, if you are, as I told, an MBA or a skill, specialized skills. There is a lot of technological, innovations which is coming up, and we need skilled, specialized, and skilled persons which is industry. And once you have specialized in the thing, that is the time you command your salaries and your terms and conditions. So these are all what is happening, in the shipbuilding industry. Now if you look at it, every ship, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. It's clear.
Yeah, okay. So the strength of the ships, the naval force is very essential to any nation. Why what is happening between India and China? Because India, China, and US. US is a military force. They have one of the best defense forces. Their navy is one of the best in the in the world. And the China is a good country, economically coming up. They have many things coming up. But if you look at it, actually, navy or naval based, the defense ship, basically, the China is much weaker. So when you have this kind of issues really coming up, the US put 2 of their aircraft carriers into the South China Sea, and really the China is in a defensive mode. So this is the strength of the ship. That is when India, when Bharat earlier, when we were fighting the Portuguese and the Dutch and everything, Kunyali Marakar and Samudri Raja, they had a good force, maritime force. So they could really, control the waters, the Arabian Sea waters, and that was the strength. And they really lost when the Europeans really coming up, and they destroyed the ships. Once the ships was there, really destroyed. The Zamorins really lost the control of the trade. Now, who rules the world is something who controls the trade. So that is the importance of the ships in this world. So we need ships. We need to build the ships. To build the ships, we need technology. To need the technology, we need the skilled persons, skilled employees, enthusiastic young workforce like you people coming into the industry. Okay, so I think that was my small introduction into that industry which I was been working for last 30 years. I still do a lot of training into this specialized stream. I help a lot of young fellows who try to. We have a team. Actually, we have Thrissur and Palakkad based. We have a team of 500, close to 500 professionals who is working in this field, and we are working on the ships, shipbuilding, ancillary services of ship technology, etc. So we do specialized training programs and everything, which we think we put a better job prospects, careers prospects of to the next generation. So that is my small introduction to you to a unique industry. Something you can really, you have various options in front of you, and this is something you can really look forward to. Basically, it's a core industry, and whatever you invest into it will be definitely worth for your future. So with those words, let me conclude my small topic onto that. I am ready. If you have any questions or something, I can answer them.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. really a short period of time and a lot of information regarding the ship industry. So thank you so much. We really appreciate your efforts, sir. And yes, we are having moving to a small open question and answer section. So I'm sure that all of those watching, listening to us, they will be having a lot of questions or doubts regarding the ship industry. So it is time for that. And dear participants, if you're having any doubts, you can ask your questions directly to our chief guest. So those who want to ask those questions, please highlight yourself in the chat box so that we can, in order to avoid the clash, I'll call out your name, or else you can type in your questions in the chat box. So this is our time for an open interactive session. Yes, sir. Looks like we're having a first question, and it is asked by Alvin Davis. So he has asked, which are the courses related to ship industry that we can do part time while pursuing mechanical engineering degree? Hello, sir.
Yes, sorry. I'm on the connected to net.
Sorry for the inconvenience caused participants. I think we're having a small technical issue with our guest side. So he'll be back to us very soon. We were facing a technical issue, and until we resolve them, participants, you can just type in your questions in the chat box. All those doubts you have, you can type it in your chat box.
Joseph, may I speak something till he comes back?
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Roshan, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay, please do intimate me when he's returning. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sure, sure.
Okay, students, Captain Sreedharan is actually the principal of College of Shipbuilding at Palakkad. So, how we did get the contact is one of our students from the just passed out batch visited his campus, and he actually applied for this particular course. That is, just he mentioned about some diploma course, graduate diploma course. So this is something that we mechanical engineers can take on as a very good opportunity in the core engineering sector. So they need mechanical engineering graduates who need to take this course, and they will be placing these students directly into the ship industry. So again, this kind of course is open to only mechanical engineers because mechanical engineering is actually a prerequisite for this, and they will be teaching things that is specific to shipbuilding industry.
Sir, he's back, sir. So we have a guest.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. So, Captain, Chief Guest, guys, sorry for the technical issue caused. As you know, it is a new normal after the corona has made us to do these online meetings. So it is a possible technical issue that everyone it occurs for everyone. So anyway, sir, welcome back. And sir, we have a few questions from our participants. So I shall read out the questions. So the first question, it was asked by Alvin Davis. He has asked, which are the courses related to ship industry that we can do as a part-time while pursuing mechanical engineering degree? Hello, sir. Sir, your microphone is off, sir. Hello, sir.
Okay. Now, as a part-time, I don't know, online courses which are available, few of them. Not in India. Some of them are available in from London. UK-based ones are the one which is offering these online courses. But actually, that is for the people in the industry who is already working in the industry, who has worked a couple of years. For them, there is a career enhancement programs are available. And also, we are seeing these courses are very, very expensive. It's nothing we can really afford these things. So I don't know. I know there is your UGC and AICT requirements are there for this part time and everything. So some engineering colleges has been asking with us, like Vidya and Jyoti, they are asking us whether we can have a 40 hours or a 60-hour session, which will be put into your curriculum of those kind of things. I think that kind of a things and a certification is something which can be useful if you want to do a part-time thing which you can combine with your curriculum part of it. So that they were in talk with us, and we offered them that we can do and these kind of things and certification which will be good for the employee, your students to know better about it. So that we can work it out. But the tailor-made, readily available industrial courses are not there for this because it's a very specialized sector. So unless the people like from us technicals and professional comes in, I think. But we have the professional tie-up and everything, and we can contact. That will be useful.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, and thank you, Alvin Davis, for that question. And also, sir, second question, it is by Muhammad Rasi. Sir, my question is more of a doubt. I have heard that people working in shipbuilding industries, they face health hazards resulting in shorter lifespan due to chemicals in the air. Is that true? That is his doubt, sir.
No, actually, see, I was a master, I was a chief officer working in the chemical tankers. I worked for more than 10 years, in chemical tankers in that industry. We're transporting one of the, class A, which is the most hardest chemicals. So, health issues are not very significant as such because of the industry has grown up. So we have the safety systems and safety guards and other things in places, and we get a lot of training how to take care of these issues, because definitely we are working on not normal environment, but special environments with the area is a little bit tough. See, as I told, nothing comes easy. You cannot make money, on sitting in the thing. If you want to take challenges, and you have to take the hardships, and you have to be a little bit adventurous. So that is where we make money also. So now, if you look at it, the worldwide, the industries has really gone. It's one of the best. We L&T and Larsen & Toubro and Siemens and all this Cochin and all this. We want they are one of the best industries. The security wise, occupational health and safety wise, they have very stringent rules and regulation in place. So okay, there may be small yards working here and not fully complying with those things, maybe there. But even one maybe 10 years back, Alang shipyard, if you know the Gujarat, we have a shipyard called Alang shipyard, which is a ship breaking unit. There was a lot of in papers that a lot of health issues were coming up. But then the government intervened, and we see maybe within 4 or 5 years, the industry has changed to be one of the the best industries on safety wise. So this is something which we can really take care of it, the issues.
Thank you, sir, and thank you, Muhammad Rasi, for that wonderful talk. So the next question is asked by Aditya Das SP. He has asked, after BTech, which course we need to do for starting career in shipbuilding? That is his question.
See, the shipbuilding, as I told, it's a specialized subject. So not many are really offering various option or training courses for that. As I told, there is 1 or 2 offline courses, online courses which is in London or something, or you can go there and study it also. As a postgraduate diploma courses, we can study a couple of things. Or in Australia there is one course, but both of these, what we find is extremely expensive, and even we think that is it really worth it to to put that expenses. Foreign courses, I know most of we discussed this one. A lot of our students are much attracted to these foreign courses and foreign certifications. So they go to Australia or Europe or something. An agent is tempting them. So they feel that these are a big certification. But actually, what we look at is how much knowledge or how much skill development we can do, and definitely within our resources, we really don't have to take too much of chances. Definitely it is an industry we are still looking for an opportunities. So we should have a kind of a cost control at that any kind of a level. So. We do, as I told, a College of Ship Technology is one where we have a lot of professional one come together, and we are conducting a training institute here. This is in near Vadakkancheri. So this is an institute which has been running for last 10 years. We only do a specialized training program for shipbuilding industry, shipbuilding and repair industry. Basically, we do a BSc program. It is a BSc program up to a combined 5-year integrated BTech program. It is under Indian Maritime University. So those students who are really looking to a career, it's a good option for them. A 5-year integrated shipbuilding program. So that is a regular UG program, what we can call it, that we are conducting. And above that, for this, as I told, for the BTech mechanical or BTech production engineering fellows, we conduct one 1-year course. That is, we call it as postgraduate diploma in shipbuilding and repair. So this is one program which we conducted. All my input is, what I was giving was from that training program. Because we are the professionals who are working on that, and we really put the what is required that you must know before if you're aspiring for a career in that industry. These these are postgraduate courses, and further when you go into the career, you can further develop into a higher level. And these are again the certifications for these courses are also coming from the Germanish and Norwegian certification agencies, because they are the pioneering fellows in this kind of technological advancement, skill development courses, the modules and approvals and the systems. They are the pioneer certification agencies, and our courses are also with them. So it gives a worldwide, opportunities. Who is doing these courses, they get worldwide opportunities. Even if you go and do the in Australia or in London, 10 times extra pay you pay, you get the same certifications. Yeah, that's the only difference. But so this is the opportunities what is available, and we do some other courses also. We do a diploma, basic diploma, 2-year diploma courses. This is for the +2 level students. I told you, the shipping industry need large workforce, different levels. You need a semi-skilled workforce. You need a graduate level engineering workforce, technicalized fellows, and we need the highest level of postgraduate fellows, etc. Also we require. So this is one industry which can absorb or require all different types of workforce into that one. So there are we only specialize in that specialized training of the shipbuilding industry only. So this institute last 10 years is really concentrating on that one, and we do small batches, not into the large thousands and everything, 500. We take up a maximum 100 to 200 students per year, including all the various together. The main thing is that the students should get good placement. We are not doing anything unless we get good placements, good the salary levels. Then there is no point doing any courses. Any kind of a postgraduate courses, there is no point doing it. So we should not flood the market, or we should not go into a situation where the students are not really getting a good placement. Placement is not the thing, but good placement. So then otherwise there is that criteria. Then there is no point. So these are the options which is available. Basically, the students has to look at what is their attitude, basic career attitude. Where is there? So the options are available.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So another question is by Felix S. Thotapilli, and his question is, what are the different courses after BTech that we should learn in order to become a designer in this ship industry field?
A designer, actually, see, BTech mechanical, you are already given 4 to 4.5 years, you are already given into that course. So basically, a naval architect is the designer. Architect is something, even if you go to house or, basic construction or into a ship construction, architect is the fellow who is designing it. So now, if your core is actually into designing, architect is the basic program you need to do. Now, keep this architect, because we are already put into 4.5 years into this course. You have done good studies into it. Now the construction part of it. What you are learning into a BTech thing is that the engineering part, what is required for construction production or kind of mechanical things, that. So now you work on that strength. Now if you want what you're looking at, see how the ship design is happening. A ship is when you make a one design and then we build 100 ships out of it. You make one design, you make 100 ships out of it. You make a car design, you make 5 lakhs car out of it. So the designer is less in demand. You understand? A designer is less in demand because after maybe 3, 4, 5 years only a company changes its design, put into a new production thing. And what you are going to work is on this 5 lakhs cars or 500 ships, and that is the project work which is coming up. That is the amount of opportunities which is coming to you. So only what you should know is the basics of what the designer has done. You are putting the designer into a construction, fabrication, and other kind of a thing. You are something like you should know the designing part, which we are teaching in our institute. 10-15% of the topic is about actually the designing. Designing is actually drawing on your paper, which you are already done, and now we will have put into a new software programs which is available. We will give you the fundamentals of what you should know and everything, and then it is more building up more on that. If you have a attitude for that, you can do your own designing, but nobody is stopping it. But what I suggest is that you work on your core. If you are already put 4.5 years into the mechanical, then a lot of opportunities are here in this field about the ship fabrication, construction, and designing, the putting of designing into this one, which will really help you, because your core, your fundamentals are in mechanical engineering, built upon those strengths.
Okay, sir. So as a follow-up question, I would like to ask that, sir, what are the main, coming to software side, what are the main designing softwares that the designers in ship industry are using?
There are a few of them, and basically, okay, CAD. I think you are already exposed into CAD in your engineering one. Many of the smaller shipyards, smaller, working these things, small designs like small trawlers or fishing boats or barges or some kind of these things. This can be done on a CAD program. Only thing, a little bit advanced CADs are there, or industrial specialized CAD programs are also available. That is one thing. But if you go into higher projects like complex ships building or FPSOs or engineering thing, then there are higher programs available called Aviva. Aviva is the world's leading software manufacturers for the design and everything. It's a very costly program, but the platform is so wonderful, so that a lot of designing is being done on that platform. There was one more program called Tribon that is still in use, but Aviva has upgraded that one. So many of them are still using Tribon because, as I told, this kind of software and everything is very costly. They invest a lot of things, and then you'll see maximum utilization. So Tribon was one in which was very popular for maybe 10-15 years. Now Aviva has come into this picture and upgraded into the Tribon, and then now Aviva is a program is higher end level that is more used.
Okay, sir. So
They have the ERP systems and MIS and knowledge management systems. Also, they have the various packages these fellows have.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, and thank you, Felis Stotapli, for that question. And sir, we are having a couple of few more questions. So I hope you can spare a few more minutes with us, sir. Right, sir?
Sure. Go ahead.
So next question is by Savio Sabu, and he has asked, which is the best course for the current scenario in this domain, in ship industry domain?
This is see, I am here not to promote my institute or my this thing. I am here to give you, as I told, it's to give you an introduction to the industry,
Exactly.
this is something. Okay, 1 minute. I'll just give you a small something.
Sir, this is Roshan. I hope you remember me. I think
Who is that,
you
Rohan?
can. Roshan. I was the one who contacted you.
Yeah.
Do you remember me?
Yes, Roshan. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember.
I think you can give a better information about the course that you are providing, that particularly for the students who have graduated with mechanical engineering degree, the course that they can take, the fees, the duration, the placement opportunities. That part, maybe I think you can elaborate. You have been just sharing a small information about that. And again, in your presentation, I was constantly hearing about the word attitude from students. So maybe you can a bit of explain about what kind of expectations is, what kind of things are you are expecting from the students, or what kind of attitude that could be also an added advantage for the students to know about this.
Sure. I'll come to that. Can you see me my screen now?
Presentation, yes, sir, it's clear.
Yes, this is
Yeah, we can
the training institute or the skill development program. What we does here is in the College of Ship Technology, we do a postgraduate diploma in shipbuilding and repair. As I told, this is a specialized program for BTech mechanical production or marine. If you have done BTech marine engineering also, all this basically that is the input levels, because that course is moduled for that field. So this is basically a 1-year program, and somewhere in that presentation also I was giving that syllabus what we are covering it. The various it has give me a minute. 1 minute, I'll just come back.
Okay, sir. Okay, no problem.
Okay, so this is actually what we cover in that 12 months program. So we have all the things what is required. As I told, normally earlier the shipyards or the big companies, they were doing some training with work and training, and they were doing some kind of a training in the companies in the but nowadays they don't want to do this training. But many times what we have seen also in the company, when you do this training, and it's not 100%. They don't have the time to do this, or when the project is time pressed up, they forget about the training part. So many students, even when we do these batches, some students are coming, maybe about 20, 30, 25% of the students are who is working in that field. They're already working in different fields of the ship construction, shipbuilding industry. And, then they are coming to us and doing this course, 1 year course with us for career growth. Because what really happens is that, after 1 year or 2 years, you don't get a better prospects unless you have the knowledge, you have the skill. And this skill development and other thing really does not happen at the work site. So they find it a bit more, a better an idea to do the course, and then you go back into the industry and go with your career faster. So we have the skill development, and one is the welding part of it. Basically, the ship is welding and fabrication part of it. So something is there onto that one. Marine HVAC is one bigger part. Electrical electronics is something which you don't know much about, especially the mechanical based background. They only have one paper. So this marine electrical electronics and instrumentation control is something you should know, because many of the equipments installation part, you will be in charge of it, and you will not be doing it directly, but you will be in charge of these kind of things, and you should have a basic idea what the technicians are doing under you. So there is also a design and construction, ship design and basic naval architect. As I told, 15-20% of you should know how the things are designed, because designing is done by the naval arc, and it is coming to you, and your job is to do the construction part of it. So there is something which you should know how the designer has designed it, and the fault or the deficiencies of the designer will only come when it is put into the construction part. So you should know, or you should be able to point out, what are your, how you can give, once a better some experience, you can give feedback into the designer, or Baba, dekho, this is what is really happening, and this is something you need to improve your design, so that our construction we can can be improved. So this is what we really take it up into this thing, and also there will be a yard internship will be there. All part of that total package. As I told, this is a course module which is approved by the DNV-GL. So it is undergone by thorough review, and it was in existence. We have been doing this course last 6-7 years. So it has gone thorough review. A lot of new things keeps coming into it, because it's an industry. If you look at our courses, it is industrial interactions. Sometimes the industry will say that okay, we need to remove some of these basic things, but in the latest new technological advancement what is coming up, you put them these things into this thing. So this FPSO and everything came like that. Actually it was not there before, but this is now an area which is coming up very, very high. So I keep adding small modules into this kind of things, which make the course the very, very industrial oriented one. So that is the chance. Course is a 12 months course, and basically we have it's a university. We have, as I told, we have other courses under the university. So hostel and food and accommodation is available here. Day scholars also, if you feel that you can come and go, you can do it. 9 to 4 classes, and the course fee is 2 lakhs to the total course fee for the one year course. It is 2 lakhs. which is inclusive of everything. If you look at, there is no additional fee for anything. From your training materials, safety working gears, course materials, examination fees, your yard internship fees, everything is included, and the total package is the 2 lakhs course fee, and there is no other kind of, even the uniforms, and there is certain industrial requirements. So all those things are well covered within this 2 lakhs course fee. Only thing, if you're looking for the hostel, that's food and accommodation, then there is a basic charge for that. 36 6 months, 2 semesters, 6 months is 36,000. So 36 plus 36 for the 2 semesters. So that is if you are looking for the hostel and accommodation. So it's minimal charges. As I told, this is something which the industrial professionals are trying to do for that industry. So, and the batches will be very small, maximum 20 students only will be in a batch. So after, then the replacements and everything come, then only the next batches will come. So it's only a small personal interaction because of this. We have this AutoCAD and Aveva programs are there. So that needs a lot of, industrial, the experts, they monitor closely. And also the yard internship, also 1 month yard internship. So you have to be there with our faculties will be coming, and they will be showing around and teaching what and how the things are going. So that is about the program, what we do at College of Ship Technology here. Okay, I think that part, I have explained that part, I think.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Two more questions we are having. One is from Alvin Davis about the possible internship opportunities in this field.
Internship opportunities are plenty available. When to include, internship are, many arts and everything they are offering. Internship is not at all an issue because they need a lot of workforce. They industry, as I told, we are working with the industry. Industry need more people. Only thing is that they are ready to invest into it also. Only thing, that we need people who are rightly oriented and attitude wise into that industry. That we are trying to build up. Really nobody wants to give a trials. 6 months or something you are putting into that thing, and then you don't like the industry, and then you go for something else. That training effort and investment they put into it goes into a bit of waste. So that is why we, as Rohan was asking, why we need this attitude. As I told, the engineers, the engineers, we need to see. We look at why basic, BTech mechanical engineers. BTech mechanical engineers are something which is to the core of an engineering work. It's not like any other this thing or production, or maybe even better, the mechanical is the core product. So, but many times we find that the BTech mechanical fellows are going to banking jobs or many other kind of other jobs which has nothing to do with this 4 years of course what they have done. With some effort or some kind of groundwork, there are many good opportunities which is available basically in your career itself. Maybe because many times you are not really introduced into those opportunities which is available to them. That may be one reason, but if you don't want to really work on a core industry or a bit of a tough work, or if you are really looking into a banking job or an IT job sitting in the thing, then that is an attitude things we really need to understand, because that is more like a white collar job sitting in the. And here what we are looking is kind of initially some kind of a blue collar job. Definitely when you become a project manager and everything, that not much of work may not be coming. You will be more into the project leading and project management, etc. So this is we have to see which way our life we have to take it forward. Opportunities wise, I feel core subjects, core engineering is very strong. The only thing is that we see, definitely we have to make our life our career. So whichever way you are more happy, or that is ultimate in our life.
Okay, sir. Absolutely. And sir, we are having one last question. It is by Sean Das. His question is, sir, after joining Merchant Navy, if you want to switch to an onshore job, what are the opportunities or courses that we should be doing for that?
If you are in the Merchant Navy, you sail for, let us say, a few years, 12 years, you have opportunities coming ashore, and there are options are available, and especially marine engineers, they have an option of finding different type of shore jobs into a shore job into shipbuilding or repair activities. Many of them we do come. As I told, how you progress your career is something we need to plan. You work 12 years into the Merchant Navy and everything. When you're coming into another field, another industry, or you understand that you will be again starting somewhere in the middle or lower middle level. You may not be starting at that higher level which you were there in the Merchant Navy. But when you are taking 6 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 4 lakhs salary in that one, you will be again starting here from a 2 lakhs basics. So that much of a switchover is something. Whereas you will find a person which was directly into a shore job or a shipbuilding job initially, he has already there to your stage within 4 years. Because he has gained that skill, that knowledge, and this thing which you are actually trying to learn now. So that is the difference what is coming up. You will see your junior or something is taking into a project a team leader, and you will be working as a manager under that kind of only thing. This is how you develop your career. Even Merchant Navy also, I tell you, the initial stages are very tough. You only make money there. Initial jobs, 5-6 years, will be very tough in any field you go. That's the time you need to work. That's the time you can work, learn, make a skill development, experience, etc. This is the 5-6 years we really have to struggle. Any kind of industry you go, you go as a faculty in an institute or in a college or something. First 5-6 years, you'll have to put a lot of work into that teaching efforts to develop that skills and knowledge. How to teach, what are the things and everything. So that is the real time. Then you can more comfortably sit and try the things.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And that was the final question we have had. And sir, out of curiosity, I have a single question. It might be personal, but sir, can I know how did you end up in the ship industry field? Like, what inspired you to get into this field?
I don't know. I just a boy from the North Kerala part, and there were some advertisements in the national dailies. I just put up this thing. I had good marks, and I did graduation in physics, and I had good marks on that. There was an entrance test and everything I cleared, and then they took it. And then just worked my career from that wherever I got an opportunity. It was tough, it was as I told, life was okay, but we are coming from a lower middle class background. You need to make money, so you are ready to work hard, and you are ready to don't look at comforts and not complaining and all those things. So you just keep working and make your life. Maybe the initial 5-6 years everybody will have trouble, yes. But then by the time you will be steady up, and then you know what to know and how to do it, and take your career, your life forward into a successful one. See, my before we close, my small kind of request and everything is that many times we do interview a lot of engineers. We go through, we have a selection process, and we don't put a test actually, because in the engineering subject we look at their CGPA and all those things. We get a fair evaluation. We look at their attitude and what are their choice, and we do their the interview part of it fairly. We understood whether it's worth pursuing with that person. So what I really ask means I get only 2 or 3 questions initially. Say, what are the course fee? Okay, fine. This is my this is something, because we employ 30 years. Our 5 faculties are all are 30 years of experience, professionals in the industry. Some are still working on project management, and some are just retired or in a comeback or still working part time on it, and etc. So we need that, because this is a specialized industry, and not this is something not a normal college professor can really teach, because this is not an academic level. This is an application of skill development level courses. So we need that industry people. They only can really teach them. So we need to pay them. So that is one thing why I always see what is a course fee. And second thing, I always say how much salary I will get. This is something the question I have to really answer. Placement is assured. Okay, placement is assured. See. So, and how much salary I will get. So that is see, look at an employer or a fellow who is really looking to it. We look at the persons and what we are really looking at we are not looking at a +2 level student. We are looking at a BTech mechanical engineer who knows about the industry and how is it. What we really need first is knowledge and skill development. If you have these two things, as it after 2-3 years, you can command whatever you want. This is initial things. Okay, 40, 50, 60,000 rupees. Okay, good, take it. I'll tell, means don't worry too much about the salary, but look at the company. Oh, yes. Look at that opportunities of the project management. What are the different kind of project you are working on that? So this is the more, the core of it, the how much is the different, experiences you can gain at that junior level, at that, the starting level. Once you really got those things, 3 years, 4 years, you will be in a position to command what you want, where you want to go, which country you want to go, and all those kind of. This is what we are doing. I see a lot of our own products and our batchmates and everything what they're doing. So have the confidence. My thing is that many times we find that even after 4 years of engineering, the students really don't lack that have that confidence. So, have that confidence, we will win it. There is, no doubt of jobs or opportunities or the money we can do. Have the confidence and, work hard for that. Make some small investments, whatever is we need. Okay, if you want to go into a computer industry, you need to put some in, you have to buy a computer, you have to buy a laptop, you have to need a software. Maybe you have to do 1 or 2 small term courses. You make those small investments, but you have the confidence, work hard, and you can really make 10 times money out of that, the investment what you have made. Absolutely. So this is the confidence the young fellows must come. This you either you go as a an employee or something, or there are more opportunities coming up. Even in the ship industry, a lot of MSMEs, and as an entrepreneur, a lot of opportunities are coming. So you look at the various opportunities coming up. Definitely you can grab them good opportunities, and there are plenty of. Keep searching, keep looking ahead, and the confidence. Yes, I can do it. That is something which which will really help you. So I think that should be the that should be the base of it.
Absolutely, sir. Very well said, sir. So thank you so much, sir. I think we have no more questions from our participants. So thank you those who asked your questions. Thank you for your questions. And sir, by this, I think we can conclude this wonderful, very interesting session. I'm sure all our participants might have got a lot of valuable information from your talk. And on behalf of the entire ASME team, Christ College Management, I would like to extend my thanks and regards to you, sir, for patiently listening to each and every of our questions, for answering them, for taking a wonderful presentation to us. So on behalf of the entire Christ family, I extend my thanks to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It was nice interaction. It was a good opportunity to interact with Christ, and we get a few students from these good engineering colleges, and we look forward to them. And only as I told, let us look at when next time when the classes are normal and everything, we can look ahead to have a small internship or some programs to your students, maybe 20 hours or as a part-time, or you have some that AICT or what is that industrial training programs. We can put some kind of an introduction that may be helping them to have a better knowledge about the various options or something. We can, because the certifications are with us, we can mold to the requirement time frame. You HOD and principal, etc. We can sit together and frame it up. We are actually, as I told, working with the Jyoti and other one up here. So maybe we can, that will give a good opportunity. As I told, the young students, they should know about the various industries what is open to them. Many times that is comes which we become unaware about the opportunities, and we then just
Yes, sir,
sit at the
absolutely.
sit at the home, and we are telling whether we are not getting a job, we are not getting a job. We not get a job, we just sit at the home, but we have to know what is happening. So that is.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank
We'll keep in touch.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay. Thank you all students. We'll see you. Okay.
And dear participants, for your kind information, the e-certificate registration link is provided in the chat box. So kindly make sure you go and fill the e-certificate link that is provided in the chat box. Also, you can leave your feedbacks about this session in the same form. And please make sure you give the correct name in the form so that it will be printed in the e-certificate. And also, once again, I'm thanking everyone responsible for the success of this wonderful inaugural week ASME events. We had a total of 4 events as part of our inaugural week of ASME by 4 different people, 4 wonderful people on 4 wonderful topics. So now, as a final moment, I'm thanking everyone for all those you did to us, especially to the chief guest we had today, to the Christ College management, to the ASME team, to the technical team, to all those listeners we had. Thank you so much. Thank you. It was really great to have you all here. Thank you so much. And once again, kindly reminding you all, the e-certificate registration link is provided in the chat box. Please make sure you fill it in the correct name. Also, you can provide your feedbacks about the ASME events we had so far in the same link. So kindly go through the link. And by this, I'm Joseph Sam. We are winding up. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.